Hi guys, we're still focusing on core strength this week. You had some stretches posted the other day. I want to make sure you've had a go at those stretches before you move into this activity, because I'm going to try and progress each exercise with an added sort of element of strength to it, some form of repetition or extra challenge. So we started off the other day with a lunge into a side bend, and all I want you to do now, as you make into this lunge, I'm going to ask you to drop down into a slow lunge. Do the same side bend for a little split second, come back, lunge up, and then we're going to do it again. Lunge down slowly, raise the arm, do the side bend, and come back. And we're going to do this 5 times on each leg. It's 1, swing up, side bend. I'm not fussed to how long you hold it for this time. Do whatever you think you're most comfortable with. There's 3, but I am really keen on this slow lunge, as low down as you can go, and just repeating the movement patterns each time. And back. I'm not too fussed how long you hold the stretch element for this time. You can just do whatever you're comfortable with. It's number 5, and we'll swap legs. Probably not as much talking as I can do second round. I'll just go through. So that's knee down, arm up, and stretch, and come back up. Oh, I didn't do it slow this time, so I'm going to try to slow it down. There's number 2, nice and slow. Knee just above the floor, and stretch, and back. Stand up slower this time, James. Number 3, all the way down, and up, and stretch, and back, and up. Knee down for number 4, and up, and stretch. Really feeling this now on number 4. And last one, thighs are screaming at me to stop. Stretch, just there. Okay, good. That is some intense lunging. You all know about that. Okay, next up we went into a downward dog into a cobra. So what we're going to do this time, you'll be delighted to know, I'm going to add a slow downward phase of a push-up, much slower this time than what we did the other day. So we start off in the downward dog shape. Move back a bit so you can see my head. And as we come forwards, ready to go down to cobra, I simply want you to do this slower. We're going to count down to 10 and stay halfway down. So go down halfway and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Before you put your weight down, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the weight down, push up again to cobra. You don't have to stay there long. Move back to downward dog. Come forward, we're going to do it again, halfway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, into the cobra shape, and then you can move back to downward dog again. Now, I'm not just going to keep doing that for the sake of doing it to make the video longer, but you could aim to do from 2 to 5 of these and do whatever you can. If it's too difficult, then simply, rather than holding it halfway, you can just do a really slow downward movement to the bottom, to the cobra shape. But if you can, add in that half stop and then stop again at the bottom before you let all your weight go down. 2 to 5 times on that one if you can. Next up, cat to cow pose. So the other day, I can't really do that one the same, but we're going to do what I call like a shoulder blade push-up. So I'm just going to do it on my knees because it's good for the video this way. So rather than bending, arching the spine this time, we're going to look at letting the shoulder blades go in a push-up and then coming all the way up. So I'm letting them go, shoulder blades pull back, pulling up again. And I'm not bothered whether you do this on your knees or in the full push-up. but you're going to do it 10 times. So you keep a straight arm, let your shoulder blades come back, move away from them. And you're trying to get the biggest range of motion without bending your arms. 4, we'll do 10 of these. And 5, each time trying to make sure you're going through the highest range of motion. 6, 7, you should know about it by these numbers. 8, my elbows started going there, so keep those elbows straight. 9, and one more. 10, especially for someone like me with a collarbone injury, that's really effective at giving you a much bigger range of motion into your push-up, giving you more strength at the top and the bottom of that exercise. Okay, last one was a twisting crocodile stretch. So I'm going to return to one of my favorites. I'm going to do the windscreen wipers, but we'll keep the arms out, similar to the crocodile stretch. And all I want you to do is to stretch to one side and then gently stretch to the other. Just tucked legs, you don't have to do the full one if you don't want to. And you're just going to do 10 on each side. So that's 2 on each side. You'll notice that as I do this one, I usually go further and further down the mat, so I'm trying to not do that today. 3, that's like a shuffle south every time I do it. It's like my hips make me do it. 4, I've already moved, I'm nowhere near where I started. Come back. So a little bit of a shuffle back to where I started, number 5. But I'm still getting that stretch, similar to the crocodile stretch, in my hips. I'm not letting my weight go all the way down to the ground. Number 6. I'm going to have a reshuffle again, mate, because I'm disappearing. Number 7. Shuffle back up. 3 more. This is the sort of move where you might feel some uncomfortable little pops in your hip or back, so just watch out for those. If they're really painful, if you think it's going to happen, don't let it happen. But if something just moves gently, I wouldn't worry too much. But don't try and make it pop. There's number 9. And the last one before I disappear out of the shot is number 10. Oh. Okay, so try and do, as usual, 2 to 4 sets of all these. Perform the stretches from the previous video beforehand, and that should be some really different, hopefully beneficial core exercises for you, especially good for your spine strength, neck and shoulder tension, and hip mobility as well. Give it all a whirl, see how you feel, and give me all the comments that you've got if necessary.